This is Brandon, I'm Sarah, and of course, our beloved Aiko. Frustrated by the ever-increasing cost of living, we sold everything, went out on a limb, and left our traditional life on land behind. We built a new kind of dream together, and have been living full-time in our homemade slice of paradise ever since. We are always learning new ways to navigate this unique life off the grid and on the water, so grab a drink and join us for the ever-evolving adventure that is keeping afloat.
Oh my god, you see this? I can't believe it's this warm in November. Not that I'm complaining, believe you me. I'm gonna take advantage of this heat I've produced and try and take a swim. Getting to be that time of year where it's pretty hard to motivate to swim. Let's do it. That is truly the best. Like, why is it that the things in life that make you feel the best are so hard to motivate to do? That felt great. So glad I did that. And it was a dang good thing I took advantage of a sunny and calm day while I could, because all that was about to change. After an unseasonably warm fall, we'd been wondering if that winter weather on the water that we always dread was ever going to show up. And when that first cold front finally did blow in, it made sure there was zero ambiguity about its presence.
Blowing in there, is it pretty strong?
Goodness gracious. Almost 40 mile an hour.
We just hit 40 mile an hour gust.
It is blowing.
Pretty tight, it ain't moving around.
Yeah.
That hurts. That's crisp.
Alright, so we get asked tons of questions about seasickness and wind and all that. And I spent a lot of time sailing on a monty-hull little sloop boat in my 20s. And it's a completely different feeling. Do we get seasick here? No, not really. We don't have a hull to this house. It doesn't rock like a sailboat or a power boat when it's in waves. It's so big and heavy, it just kind of swings side to side. It will rock some when big waves hit it, but it's, 3 or 4 seconds of waves and then they're gone. We don't get constant waves in here from wind. There's not enough fetch between us and the North Shore over there. But yeah, for all general purposes, as you can probably see out the windows right now, the wind's blowing, the house is going like this. So out of our peripheral, we do see movement, but I've never been seasick from it.
And that's not because neither one of us is prone to motion sickness, which you will see in just a bit is definitely not the case. It's truly just because the movement of our house is so slow. The only thing this really makes us feel is sleepy.
Got some bread coming out too.
Bread?
When it's like this, bread. Sourdough bread.
Ready?
Yeah.
Just done?
Yeah. When it's like this, we flip a quarter for who has to take Aiko. You can see who lost.
Brekkie.
Oh, good.
Yummy.
Fresh bread, fresh eggs from our chickens.
Well, they are actually fresh eggs from Frank and Susan's chickens. You know, fresh microgreens from us.
What's yours is mine.
Mwah. How are all your little nerd friends on your game doing?
They're not bad. I moved from a Russian clan to more American.
What exactly do we got going on later today with Justin? I'm excited.
I guess he's about to take his Porsches to Florida for winter, so they don't get cold in the mountains. And I guess we're going to go drive them around and see what the Need for Speed life's like.
You're driving, right? And he's driving one?
Well,
or is he driving us?
Shift, so.
What? Can you drive a stick?
Baby.
Yeah, of course you can.
Of
course you can.
I grew up, in a time.
Okay.
I haven't driven one in a long time. But.
Oh, gosh. Well, hey,
what's the... It should drive itself.
I've never been in a sports car.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, my cross track is the sport level trim. But outside of that, I've never been in like a sports car.
Well, I guess today you get to.
Yeah.
All right, you be a good girl. You got food, water, bed, sheep in. I left you a treat. I love you. She's like, yeah, whatever, bye.
Given that it was going to be a spend the day indoors kind of day on the lake, we decided to take our buddy Justin up on a recent offer to take a fancy car joyride with him. I would call Justin a car enthusiast, but then again, he's also a licensed pilot with a love for personal aircraft, a motorcycle collector of sorts, and of course, the way we met him was through his appreciation for watercraft. So he's more of an anything with an engine enthusiast.
And
Wait, is this to talk to each other in the car or to between the cars?
Oh, like
between the cars.
Motorcycles with the helmets, we can all talk to each other.
This is so cool.
Yeah,
oh my
it's fun.
gosh.
All right, so the volume up and the power button.
What they do? Take the muffler off this thing?
No. This is it being quiet. It doesn't actually get loud until you get over 4,000 RPM. So no turbo. This thing doesn't redline until 8,000. Okay. You can drive it like this thing's made for a racetrack, and it's only about $180,000. So don't worry about it if something breaks.
Baby, you better put on that damn seatbelt.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I had so many buttons. He's going to regret giving us these headphones.
That's funny. I just reached down here to scoot the seat back as though it was going to be manual.
Do I look like I'm in NASCAR, baby, with my headphones on?
You do. What do you think about my anti-car sickness glasses?
It's pretty fun.
Funny looking glasses aside, about 30 minutes into this backroad speed frenzy, I would imagine the shape my face started taking on would be painfully familiar for some of y'all. Yup, let's just go ahead and establish that those anti-motion sickness glasses most definitely were not doing the trick for me. Thank goodness for the headsets though, as Brandon was able to relay to Justin up ahead that us pulling off at the next gas station would probably be necessary. I took a little time to walk around, picked up some Dramamine, and oohed and awed at the car again.
Look at this, even the gas cap is beautiful.
Then we were off. Shortly thereafter, somewhere around the point that the boys started talking about how many G's they were pulling, we didn't even make it to a stop in time for that Dramamine to come right back up the hatch. All I can say is thank God I figured out how to open that fancy spaceship door in time.
What did you think? Did you
I
have
had
fun?
blast till you threw up.
Oh, that ruined your time?
Did, honey, because I'm empathetic and I feel bad when you feel bad.
Nice save.
Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, you look like you had a blast though.
I didn't know you would actually throw up.
Well, I didn't either.
As we hit on a couple weeks ago during the seaplane episode, it takes courage to say yes to new experiences, especially when you aren't sure they're your cup of tea. But unlike the seaplane episode, this week's new experience didn't exactly bring tears of joy. But that's okay, not everything can. And seeing Brandon giddy like a schoolboy made it all worth it.
You guys should go out again without me for sure. I wouldn't do that again. I'm ready to go back home and lie on the couch. I was gonna say still, but I guess it's not 100% still, but at least the level of still that I'm used to.
I didn't know if I would enjoy it that much, but I actually did.
I am just so glad that I didn't throw up in that vehicle. That's my victory for today. No vomit in the $180,000 car.
No, watch deer on the way out, please.
Yes, we will.
Man,
Thank you, Justin.
cool
That
to
was
see
so
you.
much fun.
Yep. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you. That was awesome. I mean, you know, all things considered.
well, I'm glad. I'm sorry.
Even if you do drive.
Don't be
Next time
sorry.
I'll do it.
Just about every morning when I go to the bathroom, I try and come over here and do some grounding, take my shoes off and try and reap those benefits. But when it gets really cold like this, it's just not happening. So I gotta sit down. I'm happy that there's still some kind of solution, but I miss when it's warm enough to take off my shoes. If you don't know about grounding, you should seriously look into it. It's not a bunch of hippy-dippy mumbo-jumbo. It's like straight-up science, and it is also very logical. I'll put a little free documentary, so it's on YouTube, in the description if you want to learn a little bit more about all that.
Cut just keeps growing and growing. We spent most of the day doing some deep cleaning, trim paint touch-ups, and cooking. But by the end of the day, we were pretty ready to get back out of the house, so Brandon devised an adventure.
We're going on an adventure! What adventure are we going on, baby?
We're gonna hike to the resort to go to the 40% off employee sale to find Christmas gifts, and then hike back in the dark with the bear.
That's right.
Tiger.
And the lions. We may not have sidewalks in this little one-horse town, but by God, we got trails. Going on an adventure. I do love how, like, on all the trails around here, at some point, you can see the dam. It kind of helps orient you. Feel that temperature drop, huh?
Yeah, we're in the cold cave.
Yep.
This is where the cold witch was. when they burned her body.
Wow, that
Yeah.
took a hard left.
Well, I mean,
Say,
things happened during the witch trials.
you should save the ghost stories
Things
for
that Salem
the
has
dark.
never spoken again.
Hmm.
Sometimes, right before sunset, you can feel the cold breath from the witch of the cold hollow, who came with her cold heart and took a cold dookie. Right on the ground.
We made it. What about a mug? She would love some honey.
Double dip chocolate peanuts.
Is this for the family now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah? You're saving that? It's totally not for the walk home?
Dark chocolate pretzel balls.
Yes. Well, was that a success? No. We got candy for ourselves.
I literally hiked 3.5 miles here to buy some chocolate.
We did get a little bit of local honey. That's about it.
It's pretty bad.
We do it for the adventure though.
Well, that's why it's an adventure. You never know what you're going to get.
Now, the real adventure was just beginning, with a few miles ahead of us in the dark. Hopefully this is a given, but you never know with the internet, so I guess I ought to say, as a professional hiking guide, hiking in the dark is something I would absolutely not recommend for anyone besides experienced backpackers who are thoroughly familiar with the area that they're hiking in. In addition to increased wildlife activity and increased risk of injury, the biggest risk, of course, is disorientation.
Go left here.
It's nowhere near as obvious where the bounds of a trail are in the dark, and it's very easy to miss turns when you're so focused on the ground right in front of you. One of the hikes I get to guide at work with Carolina Bound Adventures is a sunset hike, where after hiking up to a beautiful sunset overlook, we guide our hikers back down the mountain in the dark. We encourage folks to notice the ways that reduced vision helps amplify your other senses. Whereas it's easy during a day hike to zone out and daydream for a while, it's a very unique experience at night how completely present and tuned in you become.
Hear that creek? Brandon was just like, I don't remember hearing that last time. Where does that come from? The way that you tune in, it's so cool.
There's a hyper-awareness of every little sound, an easily perceptible difference in the way the temperature and smell of the air changes as you approach a stream.
We made it.
Within the safe context of ample experience and preparation, night hikes are an awesome way to experience the woods more intimately.
It's 6:30.
Okay.
I just feel like it feels like it's 10 p.m.
Good. You're on an adventure.
We just went on an
That's why
adventure.
you think it's so late.
She's a little lazy bear in the bed this morning. That's a sweet thing. Brandon is scoring my sourdough this morning. He's gonna make us a beautiful decoration on our loaf.
I saw this on Instagram.
It's looking gorgeous already, baby. Little wintertime wonderland. Go to sleep. There's like a notch in the front. Baby, look at it.
Look, that one did good.
I think it's beautiful.
I need a sharper razor blade and I could do it right.
We will be a power team of sourdough makers. The artiste and the baker. Look how good he did. Just when I didn't think I could love him anymore. We forgot to brush it with flour. If we brushed it with flour, it would make the contrast even more stark. We'll do that next time. It is Thanksgiving week this week if you are from the U.S. or live in the U.S. And in the spirit of giving, and also it just happens to conveniently be this week, that we finally received the earnings from the YouTube video that we created about Hurricane Helene and its impacts, that we pledged to donate the earnings from that video, from the views from that video, to relief efforts. I don't know what this says about me, but I am definitely that person that when content creators do giveaways and things like that, I'm always like, how do we even know that anybody's actually going to win this? Like, I would like to see the follow-up. I wish there was more transparency about that kind of thing.
So I just wanted to walk you guys through the back-end process of this donation so you could see all of it. This is our highest grossing video ever. We got the most views that we've ever gotten on this video by far, which is amazing that we lucked out and were able to get this many views for a video that we were going to donate the money, because that is like way more of an impact than we would financially be capable of having personally. So estimated revenue, $2,398.81. That is the figure we will be donating. So here we come on Beloved Asheville's website. Donate now. Donate now. What did I say? Can I copy and paste that? There we go. And do credit card. Not that much transparency. You guys don't get to see my card number, sorry. Okie dokie. Little thing is circling. Ta-da! That is all you guys. Thank you so much for the views on that video, for sharing it, for interacting with it. It's a huge difference that you guys made.
And that is in addition to almost $7,000 that you guys all donated out of your own pockets, in addition to contributing your time to count towards a view for this video. That got donated, you know, directly to Operation Airdrop, so we weren't middlemen for that. That just went straight to them. Huge impact, especially in the first few weeks, boots on the ground. And then it's really cool to be able now to donate another chunk to Beloved Asheville, who is based in Asheville, so they're not going anywhere. Long-term focused organization like we've talked about. One thing that I do want to share really quick that they've been doing as far as long-term efforts go is they've been building this tiny house village, and it is astounding how quickly that they've gotten these builds up. And that's us saying that. We built our own house, you know, by ourselves plus Jericho in like 2.5 months. So we thought that was fast. They built this entire village for housing families that were displaced by Helene in the meantime, until they can kind of get back on their feet again. And so that's just one of like dozens and dozens of their initiatives and ways that they're helping not only Asheville, but the surrounding areas. Kudos to them. And again, thank you guys for helping make this possible. Happy Thanksgiving.